What's up, guys? How are you? Welcome into a Wednesday morning edition of the Daily Juice Podcast. My name is Matt Perrault. Follow me on Twitter at SportsTalkMatt. We're here on BettingPros.com every morning, wherever you get your podcasts, and on YouTube for the video. BettingPros, or the Daily Juice, rather, always being brought to you by BetMGM. The offers right above me, $10 to win $150 on any event. New users, Juice150 is the promo code on BetMGM. All right, so a 3-0 night last night. Oh boy, it's late. Lakers lose outright. We get the money line right. We get the +4 right. Warriors, full unit win for us to start 1-0 for the NBA. That's really cool. Love it. We'll take it every time. We added a Pat Connaughton over 1.5 threes. That hit for us. And the over for the Red Sox and the Astros, that also hit for us in insane, ridiculous, wacko, wild fashion. Oh, no, I got one wrong. I forgot about, we had the first 5 for the Dodgers. So it was a 3-1 day for us here on the podcast. So up about 1.5 units, somewhere in that range. So a good day. Take that every single time, and we'll roll with it for the Daily Juice Podcast 3-1 into a Wednesday. All right, so here's what's going on. I'm going to be a little fast today because I got a lot of stuff going on. As I said, it's very late right now. And so I'm not going to go really all in-depth into what the plays are, but you guys just want the plays anyway, so you don't really care about my logic half the time. You just want to know what I'm betting. We've already told you the Coastal Carolina -4 today, or right? Coastal -4. Yeah, Coastal -4 tonight up against Appalachian State on the road. So we have a college football bet to make here today, okay? College football, Coastal Carolina, full unit, 1 unit, -4. I have got 3 half-unit bets to give you. And I have got one half-unit bet that we can't make until the line comes out, okay? So let's start with hockey. I am going to do a little homer hockey play for us, okay? So the Boston Bruins are up against the Philadelphia Flyers. The Flyers just crushed the Kraken, and we were on the Kraken, and we lost. The Bruins are one of the best teams in the NHL. Philly's bad, okay? Philly's bad. The Bruins are good. I'm laying the -130 here with a half a unit. I'm taking my Boston Bruins to beat Philadelphia to get some revenge after what happened with that Kraken loss, because that pissed me off. That was a game the Kraken should have played better in, and they got just annihilated. So the first play, the Boston Bruins were going half a unit, money line, -130 for the Bruins just to win their game, all right? The other half a unit, we are turning around, and we are going to bet the Vegas Golden Knights at home. Vegas up against the St. Louis Blues. I know that St. Louis is a good team, and Vegas is banged up. Max Pacioretty and Mark Stone, I know all about the injuries. I don't care. I think Vegas at home finds a way to get it done. Finds a way to get a win here at the Fortress, here at home. There's a mini rivalry with St. Louis. Not really a big rivalry, but like a mini rivalry with St. Louis. And we're going to jump in here with the Vegas Golden Knights on the money line at -120 for a half a unit, okay? So 2 plays for us. Bruins money line, half unit. Vegas money line. My 2 hockey teams are playing here on a Wednesday. We're going to jump in on that coming up here. Just money line, nothing crazy, just money line. We're jumping on it, half unit, -130, -120, okay? So that leaves with one other unit out there that I'm going to throw at the day. So we'll have a 3-unit day going today, which is a little bit more than what we normally do from a unit perspective. But how do we not bet the over 9.5 for the Red Sox and the Astros? Like, how do we not? Do I need to break down much? It was an insane beat. Like, if you had the under, that was an awful, awful beat. There's no way around it. Valdez against Sale today. It's a day game. Starts at 5 o'clock Eastern time. So it will be a little sunny, not crazy, but it won't be that cold. It'll be, sun will be shining when the game starts. Good for offenses. Red Sox bats have got to come to life. I think they can hit Valdez. They have already hit Valdez. I think they hit him again. And I think the Red Sox, look, they've got to win today. There's no other. If they lose today, it's over. All right? They're not winning both games. They can win 1 of 2 in Houston. Not winning both, okay? So it's basically a must-win game if they want to advance to the World Series. Look, the Astros are the better team. I don't think there's much of a question there. The Red Sox have one bad thing go wrong, and it all unravels. Home plate umpire last night was awful. I mean, historically bad, fireable bad. And the missed third strike call that should have gotten Eovaldi out of the inning can't happen. Like, it just can't happen. You can't have that many missed balls and strikes. 7 runs scored because of it. So I mean, should have been 2-2, bottom 9. Astros still could have won the game. Red Sox left too many runs on base. I think it was an anomaly. I think it's a one-game thing, and I think the Red Sox get after it again here and get their offense chugging back again. I expect a high-scoring game on both teams coming up today. We're going back to it, over 9.5, Red Sox and the Astros at -110. Okay? Half a unit on that play. What am I doing with the other half a unit? Okay? So here's where we're going. This was a bet that we made a lot, and I mean a lot, during last year. And the New York Knicks in the first half taking on the Boston Celtics. Knicks are at home. Knicks are slight favorites. I'm going to wait to see what the first half number is. Right now, the line is Knicks -2. So what I'm hoping for is a pick. Knicks, Celtics on a pick. And I'm hoping that we can get the Knicks first half to get a win, to start off, try to hop on this train a little early. Now, it's opening night, okay? So, things can be kind of funky, but I'm expecting MSG to be jumping. After what happened last year, the new additions, Kemba Walker is healthy, Boston on the road, first half Knicks. I think Boston might win the game in the second half, but if it's a pick on the Knicks in the first half, we're going to throw the other half a unit on the Knicks in the first half against the Celtics here to kind of get back on that train of the Knicks in the first half and how good they were in the first half. Like I talked about last night, if you go back and you were with us for the NBA season last year, it was Knicks in the first half, Clint Capella over half assist, Pat Connaughton over 1.5 threes, hit it last night. Like, these are the plays that we made. John Collins over point total. Like, we consistently made these picks over and over again because the analytics were kind of wrong. Like, they were too low, and we were betting them and we were hitting them over and over again. Now, eventually, the books did catch up and the numbers did kind of stabilize a little bit. But in the beginning part of the year and all the way into, like, the middle part of the year, we were hitting it consistently. We were just knocking them down for these NBA futures, or NBA plays, rather. So, I'm going to go back to it until we get bumped off, just like the over for the Red Sox and the Astros. It's hit in all 4 games. Like, how are we not coming back to this and betting it today? Is it due to lose? Yeah. But not now. I'm not fading this. You ride this train until it knocks us off, and maybe it knocks us off. That's why I'm betting a half a unit on it and not a full unit on it. But I'm just going to ride the train with the Red Sox and the Astros and the over because the books, it should be 10. Realistically, I think it will be 10. By the time you guys are listening, it might be 10. But it's 9.5 across the board. FanDuel's 9.5. Westgate's 9.5. Circa's 9.5. It opened up at 9.5 tonight or last night. So, it's just okay. If that's where you're going to put these numbers, then we're going to jump in on it. And look, the personal plays, somebody got mad at me in the Discord channel because I made a mention of that. My personal plays a couple days ago were better than my plays officially. Now, last night my plays were 1-3 personal, 3-1. No, sorry. They were 1-2 personal, 3-1 official. Okay? So I lost personally. I won for the official plays. I wound up for the day going 4-3. But just so you guys understand that, when I make mention of that, I'm not saying it to be mean. I'm not saying it to be rude, haha, I didn't give you the picks that cashed. I gave you the plays that I thought were the best plays. I liked the most. And I'll play other things like Red Sox team total last night, which did not hit. And Dodgers, I came in, took the Dodgers in the first 5 officially, but I took the Dodgers first 5 officially, and then the Braves on the money line. Braves lost that game in horrific fashion. If the Braves just won that game, it would have been fine. It was a plus 163 flyer on the Braves. So, that's how I play things, okay? So don't get all mad and angry. It all evens out. It all works itself out. Don't be all that's not fair, Matt. Why did you do that? Don't tell me this. Don't tell me that. Come on now, right? It's not that big of a deal. It really isn't that big of a deal. You shouldn't get all bent out of shape about those things. Steph Curry could not have played worse for the Warriors, and we get a win out of that, a money line win, which was great. That's huge, and the Warriors are going to be a lot of fun. The Lakers have got problems. I'm telling you, under 52.5 wins. I didn't bet it. I should have. They're just not built for the regular season. But their schedule really is easy. But when they're playing quality teams and tough teams in the Western Conference, the public's going to come in and bet the Lakers. You're going to get an inflated line, and you're going to have a chance to fade the Lakers because of what we saw tonight. Russell Westbrook has to figure out what he does. who he plays with, how does it work in a lot of ways? It's not going to be easy for Russell Westbrook to fit in with that team because the ball's not going to be in his hands. It's LeBron's team. And then Anthony Davis. And then maybe Russell Westbrook. But if Melo's on the floor, then Melo wants the ball. And you saw, Russ and Melo came off the bench and shot a couple of big shots. But, Westbrook looked lost. He just didn't know what to do. So it's going to take some time for them to get him up to speed into that rotation as to how he's going to play with the Lakers. And you can jump on it. Quality teams early in the year, I think it's worthwhile. Even at home, I think it's worthwhile to fade the Lakers early here like we did last night with the Warriors. So Warriors win outright. They cover one full unit. That's beautiful. We get the over in the Red Sox game, which was wonderful. The prop bet hits. And then the official ad of the Dodgers in the first 5. That was brutal, by the way. The Dodgers had a chance. It was 2-0. And then they just kind of unraveled in the 4th inning, and they made a really bad. That play, Gavin Lux in center field, you got to make that catch. You make that catch, maybe that whole inning goes differently, and maybe we cash the bet. But Gavin Lux misses it, and then a bad umpire, both games had bad umpires. Both games, the umpire behind home plate had rough days, but it really affected that. Not ultimately with the Cody Bellinger 3-run home run in the 8th inning. That didn't matter, but Dodgers come back to life. If you want to bet the Dodgers today, I'm not going to hate on it. And just depends how the day will go. If we're doing well, if the over comes in with the Red Sox and Coastal's out there kicking tail and has a big lead, I might come back in with the Dodgers because they're the late game tonight. Maybe take the Dodgers money line and lay the juice, or maybe Dodgers on the run line, somewhere along those lines, or maybe come back with a reverse run line and take the Braves on the reverse run line. I may have something for that late game if things are going well. So there may be an ad coming at some point down in the future here for that game. So, all right, so to recap the plays here for today, Bruins money line -130, half a unit. Vegas money line -120, half a unit. Red Sox over 9.5 against the Astros, -110, half a unit. Waiting on the Knicks first half number, which will be an ad in the Discord channel, bettingpros.com/chat to get in there, or the link is underneath me here on YouTube to get into the Discord channel. I will tell you what the official play is for the Knicks and the Celtics coming up for NBA basketball coming up. And then Coastal Carolina on the road at App State, laying 4 points for one full unit in college football coming up tonight here for a Wednesday. Full card, big card. Let's get after it. In the Discord channel, I'll be talking to you guys all about it coming up here on a Wednesday. I got to teach my class at 4 o'clock, by the way. Red Sox game starts at 2 o'clock. It's going to be torture. It's our midterm. It's going to be torture coming up here today for me with the Red Sox playing. Hopefully they score a ton of runs and make it a blowout early, and I can easily go and teach the class and not have to sweat it out and watch that game or listen to that game in some form or fashion while it's going on, while my kids are taping their midterm assignment at UNLV. Sports and life crashing together. Every morning it's Daily Juice Podcast right here on BettingPros.com, always being brought to you by BetMGM.